Now then, how we doing? Welcome back to the channel and another edition Barnsley Biker Video Diaries. Got something a little bit different for you today. Just getting all my kit together. We're going to have a gym session. I'll talk to you about it when we get to our destination, shall we say. But yeah, something that's come up recently in conversations I've had with a few of my riding buddies, shall we say, biker buddies, and that's ride fitness. So I thought I'd do a video where we talk about fitness, if you like, especially a lot of us are getting older. So let's talk about fitness and how you're fit to ride. As I say, we're going to have a bit of a gym session. So yeah, I'm going to get my kit together and we're going to go to the gym. Okay. You probably took a look at me and thought, that body has never been to a gym in its life. And you know what? You'd be right. Me and the gym, we're not best of friends, shall we say. It's not. I'm not a gym bunny. I'm not a gym person. Nothing against it. If that's your thing, then that's up to you. But it's just not my thing. This is my gym. Riding the bike. So when I said we were going to the gym, literally what I was meaning was we're going to have an hour or so on the bike, not going far. Say I'm going to have a ride out to Hoot and Pagnell and sit down and have a chat with you all. But also that sun's quite bad at the moment. Sit down and have a chat with you all. Have a little ride round the village, let you see what a little hidden gem it is. But I'm going to have a couple of hours on the bars in my gym. And it's all about spending time at your gym, whatever that gym may be, to get yourself fit, building up, ready for the season. So come on, let's get on his way, head towards Hoot and Pagnell. Hoot and Pagnell's a bit of a hidden gem in South Yorkshire. It's basically a medieval village. Obviously it's been updated over the years, rebuilt probably umpteen times, but originally it's built around the 45 manor house that was the home of one of William Conqueror's followers who came across and was granted the lands around here for his services to William the Conqueror in the Norman conquests. And if you've heard of the harrying of the north, where basically William there were various uprisings against the Normans. We didn't just roll over and lie down after the initial conquests. Yeah, various uprisings, and effectively William's response to these uprisings was literally to lay waste to the north of England, and then built a chain of 45 manor houses, castles, etc. throughout the north of England to subsequently quell any further uprisings. And this 45 manor house that we're coming up to on the left hand side round the bend up here but originally was one of those. I mean, the building that was here then was probably long since gone, but the one that's here now isn't that new. It's been around nearly as long. It's a popular venue for weddings. The church there and the hall will accommodate weddings, I think. Nice pub across the road. But here, yeah, this is I think it's probably been updated many times over the years, and that's probably more Victorian architecture than anything. But you can still see there's some nice walled gardens behind these walls. And that's Hoot and Pagnell. Okay, out of Hooton Pagnell, and we're going to probably take the leisurely way home. As I say, get some time in the gym, or on the gym, behind bars, getting a bit of a physical workout. So, another beautiful day. As you can see, the farmers, we're in a farming area again, between Doncaster and Barnsley, but the farmers are out preparing the fields ready for this year's crops. So I'm just hoping, I've got my new Insta 360 X4 today, and hopefully anyway I've managed to link it to the Sena microphone, so we'll see how the audio works on this with the just watching for the downside of the farmers being on the fields at the moment is it's a bit drier now, but there's a lot of the field on the road, shall we say, so you've just got to be a little bit careful. Yep, so I'm going to go back through Hooton Pagnell. I'm going to go the other way. So yeah, we've just done a loop, so I can take you back through and show you a bit more of Hooton Pagnell. This is, again, obviously now it's on our right hand side, the manor house as it is today. Okay. You alright? Okay. I believe it's quite a desirable place to live these days. So, looks like school's out. Okay, we're watching out for ducks. Pond there on our right hand side. Today we're just exploring, no Kalimoto, just out seeing what we can find. Makes a nice change to be out on the Ducati. As I say, I've ridden it once this year. I went into Sheffield on it, which is, yeah, not the most exciting of a trip, but didn't ride it much last year, so I need to blow the cobwebs off on it. And I think I've said before, it is a different animal to the Triumph Scrambler. I mean, they both have the Scrambler title, but the reality is, here we go. They both have the Scrambler title, but they're completely different beasts. I mean, if you were to compare them to a traditional dirt bike, then the Triumph probably comes the closest to what we knew as dirt bikes back in the 70s. The Ducati, it just tips a nod to the styling of the Ducati Scrambler single that was built in the 60s, but in reality it's a road bike. One of the things that I do find with the Scrambler, compared with the Triumph, the riding position is still more challenging physically. I find I ache a lot more after I've done 50 miles on the Ducati than I do doing 100 miles on the Triumph. It's a smaller, lighter bike, more compact, maybe that's it, I don't know, the riding position. And when I've ridden it for a while, you know, done a few rides on it, I'm fine. It's just coming back to the reason for this video. It's about being ride fit, and it's about building up to that point where you can ride as long as you like comfortably. So okay, now then, that's it. Just had a couple hours at gym. I know I said I was going to pull over somewhere on the way, on the ride, and have a sit down and talk about what I think ride fit is all about, what it means to be ride fit. Unfortunately, I got a bit carried away with the ride and completely rode past the couple of locations that I was considering using. So we're back home now, so I'm going to yeah, have a sit down here and maybe have a talk about, as I say, ride fit and what it's all about. Okay, ride fit. What do we mean by ride fit? Try and keep it simple, I suppose. Like any physical exercise, and I don't think people appreciate how physical riding a motorcycle can be. You know, I think it's one of those things that people who ride motorcycles appreciate, but people that don't realise that it requires quite a high amount of physical input when you're riding a motorcycle, more so than driving a car. And like anything that is a little bit on the physical side, the more you do it, the more the practice, the fitter you are to do it, if you like. And these days, a lot of us, we ride for leisure. So maybe we don't ride as often as we need to keep that level of fitness. So, and it's come up in conversations with a couple of friends recently, and I suppose the outcome of that is that this year we're planning on trying to ride more often and ride further, ride for longer. I know I've got some friends that are planning that some longer trips that they've not done for a long time, you know. Unfortunately, I can't go with them for various reasons, and they're worried. Their concern is that they're not going to be fit enough to do the mileage that when they've started doing the planning that they're going to have to do each day. So to help them get ready for the rides, which are later in the year, I've agreed that we're going to try to ride more often and ride further. And the reality is, as far as my idea of let's go to the gym, let's get some exercise, that is my exercise plan, if you like. That is what I'm advocating to anybody that rides a motorcycle. Ride it more often and ride it further, and what you'll find is you'll get fitter, excuse the dog, you'll get fitter for the ride. So yeah, I mean, just to I have done a couple of videos where we talk about the mental health benefits of riding a motorcycle, but there are also, when I did a bit of research, there are recognised physical health benefits to riding a motorcycle, which will help the more you ride. They help your general health all round. And I think there were 4 that were common in most of the results I found. Some had more results, some had less, but there were 4 that were fairly common that came up when I was doing the research. The first one is a full body workout. Riding a motorcycle, you tend to use nearly every muscle group in your body. All right, you're not using them in the way that you're building muscle, but you're using them in a way where your muscle is kept flexible, subtle, and you're going to suffer less stiffness, less aches and pains the more you use them, like anything. So yeah, you get a full body workout when you ride a motorcycle. Gentle workout, but a full body workout. The second one that came up was it's good for your cardiovascular system, your heart, your circulation, your breathing. Again, your heart rate, riding a motorcycle, it's physical, might be low level physical if you're only riding sedately. When you're riding quicker, everything, obviously your heart pumps a little bit more, but because you're raising your heartbeat level, you're raising your pulse rate, you're raising your breathing rate a little bit, it's helping to exercise your blood circulation, your heart to it working. So, and it's been shown to reduce blood pressure. You know, various benefits, but one of the ones that came up was it helps with the reduction of blood pressure with people who've got high blood pressure, which is one thing that's a benefit to me because I was diagnosed with high blood pressure a couple of years ago. So all good. The third one that comes up in most of the results is it's good for your cognitive function in your brain function, which is part of the benefits for your mental health as well. But because, again, riding a motorcycle, operating any machinery, but riding a motorcycle, your brain is processing thousands of pieces of information every second, you know, and then it's having to send out signals to your body to adjust your balance, your position. You know, you're taking in information about the weather, the road, the environment around you, and it raises your brain activity levels, which is all good for keeping your brain active. So motorcycling, better than sitting and doing a Sudoku, go and ride a motorcycle. And the fourth one that came up, because you're doing a form of exercise, the adrenaline's pumping a little bit, but your endorphin levels, your body produces endorphins at a higher rate when you're riding a motorcycle, which is all good because endorphins are good for helping with your body's autoimmune system. Obviously, it's all about feeling good with the endorphins. There was another point. So there you have it. Motorcycling is good for your health. It's good for your well-being in so many ways. So follow my exercise routine, follow my gym routine, ride more often, ride further. Right then, I'm going to go get a cup of tea. Just remember, as always, I am the Barnsley Biker. Please like, please subscribe, turn on them notifications, and I'll see you.